If you're a fan of free camping, well, the bad news just keeps rolling in. We've got more closures to report this week, so stay tuned. Welcome back to the channel. Thank you for joining me here today, and I feel sometimes that this YouTube channel is just turning into a bunch of reportings of new boondocking closures. Almost once a week we've heard of new ones, not even reporting all of them, but this one's a pretty big one because it's in the beautiful state of Utah and it's a quite popular area. Here are the details of the area we're reporting on. The site's called Middle Fork WMA, and it's located in Weber County in northern Utah. This is a free campsite that's just east of Ogden near the Pineview reservoir. It has pretty good ratings online, and more importantly, it has a lot of ratings online, but a lot of the reviews report on abuse of the land and excessive trash. This is a common theme that we've seen time and again with every closure that's being reported. Last week, we reported of multiple sites being closed down in Nevada. This week, it's Utah. And the question is, where will it be next week? But really, I have a bigger question for you because we've had a lot of viewers ask this. These sites are getting closed because people are overstaying and they're littering. All the while, there's no one monitoring these areas. There's no ranger coming to check on stay limits, much less enforcing stay limits. And so the public land that is paid for by the US tax dollars is getting shut down rather than being properly monitored by the services that are responsible for them. So I'm curious why we're not seeing more rangers checking stay limits, making sure people aren't abusing the land, and instead we're seeing lands just shut down for public use. Let's go a little bit more though into this campsite closure because it isn't so black and white. The site has been closed for the last few months because of winter camping, and every winter this site closes. It's just a seasonal closure, very standard on publicly managed land that receives winter weather. However, it was supposed to reopen on April 10th, but citing an unruly 2020, officials have decided against allowing campers to stay overnight in an area. So basically, again, we're seeing no monitoring happen, yet just closing of public land to the taxpayers. Unlike most camping closures, this one was actually reported on the local and regional news stations.
Shutting down what's become known as a free camping ground in Weber County because they say too many people were abusing it.
That's a bigger deal because usually these things just get swept under the rug and no one knows about it unless they are avid campers in the camping and RVing community. But since Utah is so outdoors based, the local news did cover it, and we're happy that they're at least getting the word out because people need to respect the land, and people need to be aware that these public lands are being shut down. And according to the officials at the Utah Division of Wildlife Resources, Weber County Sheriff deputies were called out to the WMA 75 times in 2020. Reasons including drugs, domestic violence, vandalism, and more. All the more reason to have a ranger that is assigned that area to at least check on it once a day. That wouldn't be asking too much, would it? There are other campsites in the area, so if you want to go visit, you'll still have places to stay, but they might be a few bucks a night, or you might be stuck into a cramped RV park. But you can still visit the area, you just can't stay at Middle Fork WMA. If you've got any tips for us or have heard of any other closures that might have passed us by, let us know what you're hearing out there on the camping streets. We can't wait to get back out there and camp this summer, but if you got any hot tips, drop them in the comments, shoot us an email. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you next time.